Morning. Got to drive this morning. I'm going down to meet some folks that I love a lot that I haven't seen in a long time. And I had some thoughts come to mind that I wanted to share with you. These folks I'm going down to see, they knew me at an era of time where I was a lot different. I was somebody else, and I feel like I've come a long way since I saw them last. But, when they saw me last, the last time we saw each other, was in an era where I failed. I had some failure and some things that I'm not proud of. But what I've noticed is I don't have a lot of connection with people like this, people that knew me back then. And it stirs up these feelings in me of personal shame or struggle. But I was reminded this morning, though, I know these people love me. And I definitely love them. But what I need to be careful of is allowing anything to write my story but me. That can be dangerous, though, too, sometimes, because sometimes I choose to live in an older version of me. I remember ways that I thought. I remember things that I was. I remember places that I failed. And if I'm not careful, I can begin to live like that's who I am instead of realizing, listen, where I failed and things that I've done that I'm not proud of, that's not who I am. That's who I was. That's things that have happened. But those were some of the best learning experiences of my life if I'll use them that way. But my heart was so burdened for people this morning, people like me who have things in their backstory that they're not proud of, things that they're ashamed of, things that they allow to shape them even to this day. That was like 15 years ago. You know how many things I've done in the last 15 years that have been better proof of the person that I am, the man that I am, than something that happened 15 years ago? And yet, if I'm not careful, I can allow those years that long ago to shape the story I tell about myself today. I can feel bad about myself. I can be ashamed of what people might think of me. I can be ashamed of myself for failing instead of just realizing, no, that was failure. You did fall short. Own it. But that's not who you are. Be careful of the story that you allow to shape you today. Because if you're not careful, you'll live in yesteryear, something that people have moved on from. They've all got their own lives now. They've all got their own things they're working through. In fact, they all have their own failures that they're working on and working through and trying to shake out of. And the best message I can bring to these folks, either that I'm sitting with this morning or to you or as a reminder to me, is who you were yesterday isn't who you are today. Those things that you failed in past years, that's not this year. That's not now. So my encouragement is, what have you learned from yesteryear's failures? And let's live from that place. Let's live from that place of victory. Let's live from that place of health. And let's help other people be healthy. Let's set other people free. Let's not heap old things onto folks. Let's choose to be a people that are agents of healing and change and progress, instead of choosing to live in a place of defeat and passing that defeat on to other people. So, it's a pretty vulnerable message this morning. Sorry if it's too heavy for a Wednesday. At least it's Wednesday. At least we're halfway to Pizza Friday. I hope your week's good. And I hope you experience freedom and change today. I believe in you. Pray for me. We're all working through things together. Have a good day.